I get to meet a lot of CEOs and go into their offices to discuss briefs or strategy sessions. And I've seen that there's three types of CEOs. The first one is somebody that is all about the work. As you get into their office, there isn't really much going on in their office except the fact that you must sit down and we must start writing and we must start thinking, we must start strategizing and start getting to action. The second type of CEO is somebody that is built an office for themselves. In other words, they have their picture of their family facing them. They have the picture of their holiday home facing them. They have all their memorabilia all facing towards them. And that's a very specific type of CEO that's really about celebrating and having empathy and appreciation for the life that they've created for themselves. And then you get the third type of CEO, where when you walk into their office, everything is facing outwards. You have their certificate, their picture of all their accomplishments, a picture of them shaking hands with the president of the country, or whatever the case may be. And they are pushing a message outwards and wanting to tell the world what they've achieved. So the three types of CEOs that you're working with require three ways to approach them. The first one is get to the facts of work as quickly as possible. We are here to get down to business. No chit chat, let's just get straight into it. And if you are chit chatting and if you are going on, they'll lose interest. The second type of CEO that's got everything facing them is somebody who's pretty empathetic and is looking for connection, is looking for somebody that they can share their empathy with or feel empathized by. And the third type of CEO requires praise. This type of CEO wants you to recognize what they have achieved and wants to talk about it quite a fair bit. And so I remember I was in India a few years ago and I worked with a multinational organization, and the CEO came to watch me talk. He sat by himself in the front and took notes very quietly. And when we went back to his office, he had a massive campus. And in the office, right at the top, was his office. And then he had all of his directors and all of his executives sitting around his massive office in cubicles. He was a shout out guy. All he wanted to do was tell the world what he had achieved and what he had done. He was a lone star CEO, which is my least favorite. My most favorite is the empathetic one, that is creating a world that he or she is celebrating and wants that connection and that empathy. I also think too much work without the soft stuff isn't that great either. So next time you go and see a CEO, make sure you know how you're approaching them.